Hello, this is Too Far Enterprises. Black, the mother of all colors. And I'd like to say that this was taken from Hermine Harmon, and I'd like to give credit to her. So we start with a rather bold statement. To make black pigment, one mixes red, yellow, and blue together. These colors can be mixed to make all the other colors. So we think of black as an embodiment of the full color spectrum. This could explain why black shows off the other colors so well, and why photographers use a black background on their website, as it helps the color images pop off the screen. And yet some describe white and black as not colors, in that white reflects all light and black absorbs all visible light. To see a color, we are actually seeing a specific wavelength of the light spectrum reflected back to us. Now I want to give you a quote by Louise Nevelson. She says, "I feel in love with black. It contained all color. It wasn't a negation of color. Black is the most aristocratic color of all. You can be quiet and it contains the whole thing." I wanted to tell you this because just like in this article, it is with human beings. I heard a rumor, and I haven't finalized or actually been able to prove it was true, but a request came out from Japan looking for people to impregnate, especially black people, to impregnate their women because they are actually not having enough babies. And so we understand that when you stop producing, you have a tendency to become extinct. Now, of course, that wouldn't happen for a while, but their population is usually mature population. And so, therefore, in order to rebuild their population, they would need some people to help cohabitate and make babies. Now, you would ask yourself, why black people, black men? Well, yesterday I gave a video that talked about the origins of Japanese and Chinese people and Indian people. And those origins lie in Africa. And so, why wouldn't you build on the foundation that started your culture in the first place, that started your civilization in the first place? And also, you'd have to look at the dominant genes in what we call Africans, black Indians, black people, whatever you may want to call it, Negroes. And so therein right there lies the problem a lot of times when we talk about how people are viewed and how people are treated in society. Although we understand there's only one race and that we are all connected, whether we like it or not, some of us, and in fact most of us that don't have truly aren't African, have Neanderthal blood in us. Blacks used to operate, especially in antiquity, on a human being level. And I can never understand why people would tell us that we are uncivilized when we are the ones who trusted in people, brought them into our homes, listened to their missionary plans, and allowed them to come on our shores to conquer us, or Africans, okay? And you call us uncivilized, when the dominant and majority race that runs the world right now were the most uncivilized people by their actions. Never listen to people's words, always look at their deeds. So in replying to the Japanese request, if that is true, of course, we should always want to help our brothers. But you have to help yourself first. And some of our Asian brothers and sisters, Latino brothers and sisters, European brothers and sisters, you haven't been really friendly to Black or Africans. And if we are the cradle of civilization, it really hurts to tell the truth that you're disrespecting your ancestors. And now when you need our help, you still don't know how to treat us. But what's worse is that we don't know how to treat us either, and we let you do it. Some of the greatest warriors on earth in Africa, in the East, in Europe, and all over. So why and how do we correct the problem that the problem originated from us? Because not only did we accept people into our home that we had no business, accept people into our land that we had no business, we should never let people come off the ships. But we still do it. We do it in treachery to our own community. We do it for the love of money. And we do it sometimes because that's the way we have been indoctrinated and conditioned. And we've followed the letter of that conditioning to the max. We can see it in Gabon, president talking about telling Burkina Faso to return to ECOWAS. You just got to be president, so how can you tell someone else's country what to do? Let me tell you something. The time for people telling and demanding of another human being something should be over, but it's not. But we need to take a very hard look at it. The next thing is, we need to understand where we are going. And it's not just Black people. Because the way we are headed, it looks like warriors always want war. But the type of war that you're talking about is to wipe everybody off the planet of the earth. Because now we're talking about nuclear weapons. We're not talking about spears and bullets. You know, we're talking about nuclear and biological war. So I would like to conclude in saying one thing. You do not have to like something to get along with something. You don't have to like people to get along with them to accomplish a mission. And our mission should be for everybody to be able to live in comfort and be able to be human beings. But if that's not going to be the case, then we need to protect ourselves. And we need to take a page from the European. And that's all I have to say on this. 2 Far Enterprises. Out.